simply indicates to me that our fingers are really important. So, did you know that the structure of our fingers and toes impacts the rest of our bodies? In this fast-paced world, taking care of our hands becomes even more essential than ever. Our Rock with Care tool is helpful for all things related to wellness, including being the ultimate companion for the fingers, and I'm going to show you how. When I'm sitting at my desk, I take 2 minutes to give my hands some love every few hours, and it pays me back in dividends from an energetic perspective and also physically. I begin by rubbing my hands together against one another simply to warm them up. And then gently I massage each finger, releasing the tension built up from the constant typing and the swiping. The pressure is firm but really light, and I take the time to feel each bone, but I touch the joints with a feather-like touch only. As a reminder, joints are places that hold 2 or more bones together, and the joints are so telling about what's happening in the body, but I'll explain that more in another video or at one of our workshops if you attend. So there are 14 bones in each hand, and what I want to do is make sure that I glide over each one, consciously trying to breathe as I do this. When I use my fingers to touch my body, it offers my brain different information compared to when I use my Rock with Care tool, which is why I love to follow up with the stone. But the most important thing to keep in mind is that you just want to bring movement regularly into the fingers and toes to keep the circulation moving across the veins and the arteries. If you didn't know, different modalities around the world use the fingers to signal different things. In Ayurveda, each finger represents an element, versus in Japan and China, each finger is associated with a different organ and emotion. In yoga and meditation, we use our fingers for different mudras depending on what we're trying to achieve energetically. And learning about all of these different modalities over the past several years and coupling that with today's science simply indicates to me that our fingers are really important. So what I do is I go across each finger just like this rather quickly. Once I finish that, let me just finish, the magic of Rock with Care begins to do its work. So I glide it very lightly across each finger and I immediately find soothing relief. There are some parts that glide effortlessly, and sometimes there's something feeling off. And that's where the juicy stuff is. It's where the relationship with your body gets interesting. If you get curious, you'll start to notice when these things are off, and you can even mend them before having to suffer more serious things like arthritis. And although you can use any edge of Rock with Care, I always prefer to use the jagged edge because there are areas that get no pressure, and that, as you begin to use the tool, even give you more intel about your body when you really start listening. Regardless though of the edge that you use, Rock with Care stimulates your blood circulation, it reduces the stiffness, and it increases the flexibility in your fingers. You can use it in one stroke or do mini strokes as well. Our customers have found immense satisfaction in using Rock with Care for finger relaxation. Actually, after workshops, a few have gone on to purchase Rock with Care for their parents and grandparents too, which makes me so happy, and I love that. So whether you're a DJ, a photographer, an athlete, a makeup artist, you sit at a desk, a factory line, it's nice to give the hands some love. Just remember, if you're pregnant or if you're on blood thinners, please consult with a TCM practitioner or your doctor before you use stuff like this, because you don't want to press something that might get you having a baby. So with that, enjoy using your tool. It's simple, it's good for you, and it's time that you invest in yourself. Pick one up. Thank you, and Rock with Care.